Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been a few weeks. I've been kind of slacking off a little bit, so I thought I'd come back and do a quick tour of my music room, which shouldn't take too long because it's not particularly big and it doubles as my office. But I figured I'd show you. Well, first, I had shown the guitar in a previous video. It's a banjo as well, an old Vega. Both these instruments I inherited from my grandmother who passed away a few years ago. And this is particularly cool because it's a Martin electric, and I had mentioned, if you didn't see it before, Martin made a few different electrics in the 60s, and they pretty much quit after that. I'm not entirely sure what the motivation was for quitting, but anyway. So here's my CDs rack. I don't know how many are there. It's probably about 400 or 500. It's dwindling down. I had another one of these about half full, but I've been kind of selling them off, and I might stop selling them at this point. Most of what I have here that's left are CDs I don't want to sell, which are sort of special edition ones like Super Audio and DVD Audio, and then the other ones are just ones that I'd like to keep, and frankly, some of the other ones are ones that just don't really even sell. They would probably only sell for $1 or $2, so it's really not even worth it. So just keep them in my collection. We'll go up here above here. We got, I don't know if it's going to focus or not. There are a couple of Mojo magazines. Well, I used to subscribe to Mojo. Here's some more over here. It's a British magazine that I'm going to probably go back and start buying again. It's not really even necessary that you buy the new ones so much. I don't think it's more. I kind of look at it as almost like a scholarly, almost scholarly kind of magazine, because it's really for fans of music and music history. I mean, they talk about modern bands and stuff, but they do all kinds of big pieces on bands from throughout the last 40-50 years. So they're sort of timeless. I can go back and reference these almost like they're encyclopedias in a way. I mean, I don't want to overblow what they are. I mean, they're magazines, but it's definitely better than anything I've seen over here in the States. So I'm going to get back, and you can buy them on eBay. So it's cheaper. They're like $10 on the stand, so you can find them on eBay for $2 or $3. Yeah, so maybe I'll show you one of them real quick. Pulled one out here. It's probably not a good one, but it's got the shiny cover. This is one with Pink Floyd in it, and I don't think you can really tell in here. Probably not. I should have. I didn't really prepare for this, but I usually have really good photo layouts and stuff, so I highly recommend it for everybody who's really enthusiastic for music throughout history. Okay, so here are some of my box sets, CDs. Everything from Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. I got the 30th anniversary edition here. And this one's kind of falling apart. They had a plastic cover, but this Burt Bacharach. I'm a big fan of Burt Bacharach. This is his box set. I kind of go through sort of random stuff here. The Posies, a band from the 90s that I love. They're still around, but I really love them. I love power pop and melodic rock, which goes into the Zombies here. Really an underrated band from the 60s. I got the special edition of Pink Floyd's first album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Faces. It's another box set, and a few of these are just sort of special editions. This is Paul McCartney's record released from a couple years ago, Memory Almost Full. Here's the Nuggets box set, which is pretty cool. It's a bunch of stuff from the 60s, mostly obscure garage stuff. Nick Drake's box set of his releases. Then I got the mono box set of the Beatles. So, okay, so let's go over to the records. Let's see if I can get everything in here. That's pretty much it right there so far. For all you OCD collectors out there, you can probably appreciate my dilemma. I'm still sort of struggling on how I want to go about categorizing them. Most of the genres like jazz and country and R&B and stuff, I'm pretty happy with just sort of keeping them in simple categories. But with the rock stuff, I have all these subcategories that I want to do, and I'm not sure how to do them, because in there, most of this stuff up here This is almost all 60s stuff. Beau Brummels, Association. This is almost all 60s for the first 3 shelves. So where the dilemma comes in is, what about bands that were in the 60s and went into the 70s? Do I have a separate category for them? Then I got other stuff like prog and power pop and everything else, new wave. And so anyway, you can see how it can get to be sort of one of those things that only us freaks who collect records worry about. But whoop, I should have probably kept it out. I'm actually in the middle of cataloging my my records here, putting them together on a spreadsheet so that I might eventually insure them. So let's see, what else do we got here? I've again highlighted some of this stuff in a previous video. This is my record player. It's the Project Debut 3, and this vintage Yamaha CR400, which I'm really happy with. It has such a warm sound that it gives. I mean, I assume it's from the amplifier along with the record player, but it's even given my CDs a warmer sound. The CDs, I put in the CDs using this amplifier, and it sounds so much better than my previous amplifiers that I used. Then the Klipsch bookshelves that are pretty good. Here's an empty CD shelf that I'm going to get rid of, and I'm going to get another one of these IKEA shelves. Got a couple books on here. We've got Hendrix and the Beatles. Picture Diary, that's a pretty cool book. And up here, I showed this in a previous one, this is the special print that came with the Black Angels album that I got. This is kind of a cool little thing. This is from Fargo. I'm a big fan of the Coen Brothers movies, so it's a snowball from Fargo, and it's kind of twisted because it's the famous scene at the end where the guy's going through the grinder. You probably can't really see it. So I only have a few things on the wall. First one is actually a Frank Sinatra vintage movie poster, Come Blow Your Horn. It's just kind of a funny sort of swinging bachelor kind of movie, so I thought it was kind of funny. Then we got a couple of vintage, I don't know, I guess movie posters. I got these on eBay, and this is probably not going to translate through the video, but they really almost look like, I mean, they look pretty good, but they almost look like maybe they were unauthorized copies of something. I don't know, but I thought they were pretty cool anyway. I don't know whether this was actually from the Give Me Shelter, officially from the release of the documentary, but this one of Sly and the Family Stone, I thought it was kind of cool looking, but it does look, it looks like it's some sort of relatively cheap print. I may be wrong, I don't know, but I thought they were kind of cool. I got them pretty cheap online, so. Over here, we just got a couple of things up on the wall, and I'll add to them. I got Revolver and Asia from Steely Dan, 2 of my favorite bands, so I figured I'd start with them. And then I've got a 78 player, which I don't use. It's actually sort of more of just kind of a nice piece of furniture. It looks cool. Maybe I'll eventually get into playing 78s. I have a few, but this one doesn't play very well, and I don't really have the patience to try to figure it out. Just getting the speed proper. I mean, it might be even just that I'm not experienced with them, but I just as soon get a separate player that plays 78, a new one, and just play it on that. This is just kind of nice to look at. So I think that's pretty much it for the room. So I hope to get a couple more videos up for some of the finds I've had in the last couple weeks. I don't have a ton of stuff that I've gotten, but a few. And then I'm actually going to go to the record store here in probably about a half hour, an hour or so. So later on tonight, I'll probably go ahead and post something to show you what I got. See you then.